Hey, it's Mike Osterman, eXp Realty, with a San Diego foreclosure update. Over here at California Foreclosure Help, we get lots of requests for information. What's going on? A lot of news out there talking about foreclosures increasing, things like that. So we're gonna put it up against the numbers, see where we're at. I know my phone rings. I get a lot of calls. People are trying to figure things out. But because of how we've had this historical data back in 2009, about a decade ago, we want to put that into perspective. And so that's what we'll do here. Anyhow, here we go. Foreclosure data for San Diego. Come on, baby. All right. So just to start it off, we go to the news in the area. From Axios San Diego, this is from July 27th. I'm doing a report from June of 2026. Excuse me, because the data lags. It's kind of slow, but it's relevant. But this is kind of interesting how LA buyers are propping up San Diego's housing market. So if you don't know about California tax rate, you can take your tax rate if you're fit into a certain group, and I'll get to that. But if you're 55 or older and you want to move, you want to downsize, let's say you want to, go from a 3,000, 4,000 square foot house, you and your husband, you and your wife raise your kids, you had all these things going on, and now you have all this space with all this stuff, don't need it anymore. You can move anywhere in California and take that tax rate. Let's say you bought the house in 1980, 1990, move that thing on down to a new property, much smaller, update your life, downsize, and then a new house comes available for a new family. And so conceptually, this is how it goes. But we're going to look at these properties here. This is Rancho Santa Fe. They were saying this is one of the more popular areas. I'm in the Bay Area of San Francisco, so I've been to this area, but I'm not living in it. So we have Rancho Santa Fe, and I went from the lowest price house to the highest price house, just for kicks and giggles. Wanted to see what's going on. There's 90 houses for sale, and they start at $1.2 million. So if you're north of $2 million in some capacity, and like they're saying in the article in LA, well, you have 2,700 houses for sale, starting at $2 million here, high to low. Is that how I did that? A lot of opportunity to move. Excuse me. And you can see that you could, and again, I'm not from this area, but I was just in LA. A lot of stuff going on. You really want to be there to stay in there. The traffic is insane. And if it wasn't for GPS, I would have missed a lot of appointments. So this just gives us a perspective of what, what you could do and move into, should that be your thing. Anyhow, just want to keep it relevant. And then here's the highlight with taxes while moving. If you're 55, disabled, or there's a disaster, homeowners are able to transfer their current low tax base to a new replacement home anywhere within the state. You have transfer limits, you have home price rules. There's also, if they talk about Prop 19, if your parents you inherit property, you got to stay in the property or the tax rate goes up. Other types of things that you can qualify for in California if you're thinking about moving. So getting on to the foreclosure data in San Diego, currently in the month of June of 2026, there's 426 houses had filed, lenders had filed foreclosure documents to get the process started. And so, which isn't a lot. And we're going to put that in perspective here in a minute. And then if you want to go to 2025, it was 419. Not a huge difference. I mean, you know, what are you going to say? And we're going to see another story here as, oh gosh. Anyhow, it says the report says new data indicates foreclosures on the rise nationwide. Local experts feel a blip, and that this is true. There's some uptick, as you can see in the foreclosure data, but the story says in San Diego County, in the state of California, nationally, we're starting to normalize. Says Karen Van Ness, the president of the president of the San Diego Association of Realtors. Our foreclosure activity is not as high level by any means. It's higher than it was a year ago, which is true. And she talks about more about some of the filings that are going on, comparing it to 2009 and how different that is. And we're going to look at that here in a minute. But these are the stories that are coming out. People want to hear about these things. Sell newspapers. People are curious about it. With AB 2424, you have some new tools, HBOR, Homeowners Bill of Rights, some more protections. Should you be in foreclosure? You want a loan modification, short sale, those kind of things. They can't keep it going, but we'll talk about that more. And then what do we got here? This is the state of, no, this is what do we got here? Oh, this is from the year filings. So we have 2,000 filings from January of this year to June of this year. So not a lot. I mean, it's, you know, compared to the year before, there was just under 2,000. So, I mean, these numbers aren't going to change the market. They're not going to change your price. They're not cratering anything. And you'll see in the charts here, you know, we're still way below 2009, 2008, 2010 levels. And we're not even close. They are rising, and we are paying attention to the affordability index, which is the indicator we use to see where price changes. And you're going to see that in a minute that it goes up. Here we go. Here's San Diego. California as a state is 19. In Q2, Q1 was 22, so it's come down a little bit. Q2 2025 was 17%, which is the threshold. And it fluctuates around that, but we have never seen, going back to our pricing, our affordability index, it got cut off there. But you can see how it'll drop down a little bit, but then up comes the affordability and the conundrum that, or the I don't know how to say it, but the odd thing about California is the more affordable it is, the less people want it. So in 2009, you can see that the affordability index was darn near 50%, but no one's buying houses. Everyone left. Nobody wants to deal with it. So, and as it gets more expensive, less affordable, people want it. It's just one of those things about California. And so you can see the median home price in California is $916, and the minimum qualifying income, which is a whole nother conversation in itself. Here's Southern California sales update 2026. San Diego is up month to month 2.5%, 1,085,000, and sales are up. And that's maybe an indication of what that article was saying about how people are moving from LA. Let's look. Yeah, LA's down and San Diego's up. Year over year sales change 6.8 to 16.1. So yeah, people are moving south, like that warmer weather, and probably that less traffic, and be able to transfer to downsize and keep your tax rate. Price year over year is 5.9, LA 0.7. So that's certainly some indications that these stories are true. And just little things like that you got to look for. Here's 2025 in California, 30,000, and this is from January to June, 30,961. So and put that in perspective, this year we have 32,478. So I mean, we're not moving anything, any of the needles in terms of price. And again, we go back to that chart to look at where things were at before and where we're headed. This is the total number of foreclosures in 2009, 601,000 for the year. I don't know if I have a chart up for the year of last year. I think it was like 50,000. But you can look at the foreclosures. Yeah, we're under 100,000. So, but that's just to compare, what we had and where we're at. We're not even close, and that's what's going to drive prices down. Certainly, the politics with the war, affordability, the amount of debt we're taking on, is going to play into this. What's going to cause those prices to drop? If we look at, we've looked at historical index. If you look at the California State update, which I've got coming up, interest rates really don't drive it. As we've seen in the past, what really does is competition. The appraisers going out looking at houses, saying, okay, there's 15 houses that are, bank owned on the market, trying to move stuff around, versus, one here, one there, that kind of thing. Oh boy, that's it. Hey, thanks for watching. Feel free to shoot me a call, 800-224-6962. If you're in foreclosure, know somebody that's in foreclosure, I'm happy to help them out, point them in the right direction. And we'll talk next time. Take care.